With the local elections slated for coming Friday, the Election Commission has said that it has completed printing the ballot papers and has continued the training of the returning officers. Political parties and candidates, meanwhile, are busy in their promotion campaigns and have intensified their efforts before the beginning of the silent period. Good morning, I'm Sapsanamma, and these are the headlines of the hour. Political parties using unethical approaches to win elections, senior leaders piling psychological pressures, marginalized communities denied of their voting rights by cadres in rural areas. Candidates and political parties violate election code of conduct, openly use vehicles with Indian registration numbers in bordering area. Election Commission remains silent. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says any peace deal with Russia would depend on Russian forces pulling back to their pre-invasion positions. And the second ODI match between host Nepal and Zimbabwe A to start at 9:30 this morning. Nepal trails the match 3-match series 1-0. Team Nepal looking to improve on batting. In addition to making big assurances for attracting voters, political parties and candidates have also begun applying psychological pressure. While the first approach of the parties has been pleasing the voters, they have also been found of threatening the public in some situations. Such practices put unnecessary pressure on the voters who wish of electing capable candidates. Statement from CPN Maoist Centre Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal at Thursday's joint mass meet in Bharatpur metropolis, Chitwan, has increased pressure and fear among the general public. According to election laws, this is an example of psychological violence. With several candidates, the voters are already under tremendous pressure to elect the most suitable candidate. Such a pressure, coupled with the crowd of cadres conducting door-to-door campaigns, intensifies stress among the voters. It is imperative for the Election Commission to be aware of this issue. Now, it may come as a surprise, but marginalized local residents of rural areas in the hilly districts of Sudur Paschim province are denied of their rights to vote for the candidates they consider suitable. Other individuals have been casting their votes under the pressure from local leaders. The Election Commission and administrations have not made any effort to address such a grave issue. Cadres of local leaders in the hilly districts of Sudur Paschim have been casting votes of the local residents on the pretext of lack of awareness of voting procedure. While it is a criminal offence to vote on behalf of someone else by threatening and applying pressure, the ill practice has continued unabated. The Election Commission has given authority to a near family member or the returning officer to vote on behalf of senior citizens and people with disabilities. However, in rural areas, the provision is abused by applying financial and social pressures. It is imperative for the monitoring entities ranging from the Election Commission to the administration to be aware of such ill practices and ensure a free and fair environment for the public to exercise their voting franchise. Moving on, Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sherbahadur Deuwa has said that the coalition had no alternative to winning the election in Bharatpur and Kathmandu metropolises. Addressing a joint mass meet of the five-party ruling coalition in Kathmandu yesterday, Deuwa said that anything but a victory in the election could risk the future of the alliance. Also addressing the meet, Chairperson of CPN Maoist Centre Pushpa Kamal Dahal identified the need for sustaining the alliance to complete tasks related to the peace accord. Likewise, CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhav Kumar Nepal stressed on defeating opposing forces to strengthen the alliance. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in several provinces regarding the public's preferred qualities in candidates. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
बेरोजगारदेखि लिएर कृषकदेखि लिएर सम्पूर्णलाई समेट्ने खालको उम्मेदवारलाई हामी मत दिनुपर्छ।
बुढाहरू, युवाहरू सबैलाई अब चेलीबेटीहरू हैन सबैलाई अगाडि समेटेर लिएर जाने खाले मेयरको आवश्यकता छ।
बोका यताउति काटेर जम्मै रमाइलो गर्ने त्यो गरेर त्यस्तो गरेर के त्यस्तोलाई दिएर के फाइदा छ?
जनताको एकदम प्रत्यक्ष काम गर्ने
लङ लास्टिङ सस्टेनेबल डेभलपमेन्टको लागि जसले काम गर्छु र जनताको हितको लागि काम गर्छु भन्ने मान्छेलाई भोट दिन म सबैलाई आग्रह गर्छु।
Political parties and candidates are bound by the Code of Conduct to ensure a free and fair election. However, with the local election inching closer, incidents of violation of Code of Conduct are increasing at an alarming rate. Entities supposed to follow and monitor the implementation of Code of Conduct both have remained indifferent in this regard. As provisioned by the Election Code of Conduct, all expenses of the candidates must be performed through banking transactions. However, more than 145,000 candidates of the local election have not even opened their bank accounts. Despite a ceiling set by the Commission for expenses during promotion campaigns, the candidates have been spending beyond the limit. The Election Commission itself has remained indifferent towards the monitoring of the situation. The candidates have also continued their campaigns by using prohibited methods, including miking and pasting posters. In such a situation, 4 mechanisms responsible for monitoring the implementation of the conduct from the centre to local levels have been limited to formalities. Now, the Election Code of Conduct has been blatantly violated in Rupandehi district. Candidates have been openly using vehicles with Indian registration numbers in their election promotion campaigns. However, the Election Commission is yet to take any actions in this regard. Despite being aware about the Election Code of Conduct prohibiting the use of vehicles with Indian registration numbers, candidates for leadership positions have ignored this provision in their election promotion campaigns. Most parties, including Nepali Congress, CPN UML, CPN Maoist Centre, Janata Samajwadi, Loktantrik Samajwadi, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and other Madhesh-centered parties have been using such vehicles with Indian number plates. However, the Election Commission has remained silent and is yet to take actions against the violators of the Code of Conduct. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what should be done to put an end to the compulsion having to queue for very essential service? Your options are A. Transformation of government mechanism, B. Effective monitoring, and C. Awareness among service seekers. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to the sports update. The second ODI match of the 3-match series between host Nepal and Zimbabwe A is scheduled to start at 9:30 this morning at TU Cricket Ground in Kantipur. Nepal trails the series 1-0 after suffering 3-wicket loss to Zimbabwe in yesterday's match. After being put to bat first, host Nepal were bowled out for paltry 136 runs in 31.3 overs. In reply, Zimbabwe A reached the target of 137 runs in 26 overs, losing 7 wickets. The series against Zimbabwe A is considered important ahead of the World Cup League 2 matches to be held next month. Nepal will look to improve on batting today and secure a win to level the series. If Zimbabwe A win today, they will win the 3-match ODI series. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.